Right guys, welcome back to Mummy Cooks Homemade. This is a day in the life of my kitchen. So there's Amy sneaking a pan of chocolat. And there comes a little finger back for a yoghurt. Caitlin wanted a mix between the chocolate pillows and chocolate cookies with a little yoghurt as well. So that's what she's got. And some juice or squash, whatever you want to call it. Right guys, this is just a quick impromptu little mini haul from B&M. Thought we'd throw it in there. He's just come back. He went out for these floating shelves. There's a £15 each and they are rustic oak, 100 centimetres, so they are quite a good size. We mainly got these for our daughters, believe it or not. These are going up in our bedroom, but they have so many Lego builds that a lot of, probably one of these shelves already is going to be filled. They've got nowhere left in their room, shelf-wise, have they? So, yeah. 30 quid on shelves for kids to put Lego on. Lovely. While he was there, I asked him to grab... Well, I didn't ask him to grab that. He texted me photos, bless his little heart. And he was showing me something else and I spotted these. And our Caitlin, the oldest one, she loves pineapple and she likes jelly. So he's got those. They were 130 odd. He's picked me up a farmhouse dumpling mix. It's a good job I've got about 10 in the house because one would never do us. That was 50p. We normally get the Mayflower curry sauce, but we get medium. He wants to try the extra hot. He's been watching Sam's channel too much on Grab Life by the Oils. That's what Sam likes, extra hot. So we grabbed one of them to try. Right. I usually buy Tresemme, and I usually put it in my Amazon subscribe and save. But I'm not doing it anymore because the last 2 times I've been in after my 9-year-old when she's had a shower, bear in mind both my girls' hair length, just to put it into context, is down to the bums, isn't it, Steve? Mine's past my shoulders. So my eldest, when she has a shower, she'll go from there to there in one go. I've told her and told her and told her, so I'm not buying Tresemme anymore. We used to use this stuff when the hairs were shorter. We'll give it a go again. It's 95p a bottle. So they can have tingly heads now.
Might stop using so much.
Eh?
Might stop using so much.
No, it'll stop you using it. That's a problem. I know we have to have quite a lot of conditioner because of the length of the hair, but still. So these were 3 for £3. Supposed to be 175 each. There was 3 for £3. So you got those. Kids like these as well because it's salt and vinegar. And it's a healthy snack. So there's 3 of those. I asked him to have a look at the cake decorating stuff while he was there to see if there was anything I can use. So anyone who doesn't know, my daughter wants a 2-tier split cake. So she wants it split basically in half, not cut, but half she wants Roblox and half she wants Princess. So you got the spray. And that's perfect colour really. That's for the Princess side. And it's rose gold glitter spray. And this is for the Roblox side, and it is going to be this type of blue anyway, so that's spot on. So yeah, just to jazz up the cake a little bit. These were, how much, Steve?
160. 160
each? Take them back. Go all the way back to the shop, take them back. You can't find it now on the receipt.
130.
130. But yeah, they'll jazz up the cake a little bit. So I will show you that cake because I'm going to record the making of it. It might be sped up because it's going to take time to do, but I will show you part of it. And we've also got the daughters, we got our daughter for her birthday coming up soon as well. And also the Kasori air fryer, the Blaze, that will be coming up in the next week. So yeah, that's enough of this, and let's get back to the rest of the video. So, right, here I'm doing some double chocolate cookies. I had a recipe sent over from one of my members, Barbara Castro, But what I decided to do was don't worry, I'll put the recipe underneath for these cookies, so you're not missing out. I decided to do that recipe, so I set the camera up to record. On my phone, the other side, it's clipped up and it's recording an uncut version of this for the members channel. Guess where the recipe for it was? On my dang phone! Really? Really? Yeah. So I just flipped over one of them packets and picked one off of there. It's basically similar to what Barbara, bless her little heart, sent over. So yeah. So that's what I did. This made 18, I think. I gave half of them away. No, I didn't give half of them away to my stomach. I gave half of them away. Otherwise my kids would want to eat them. And they're not having them all. So I'll put the recipe underneath in the description as per usual for the recipes on a Friday. It's real simple actually. But because I was recording both sides, I could talk to the members. It was ever so odd. I could talk to the members on the right hand side, but obviously I didn't talk to you guys because I do a voiceover. So yeah, it was a bit odd. It's the first time I've done that. That's really odd. And the way the camera was set up and everything, that's my measurements there for a teaspoon. I had to do it by hand. Yeah, I wasn't amused. I didn't have room to fit my mixer in and keep everyone in view, so yeah, did it by hand. I was thrilled. Waste not, want not. That was at least a quarter of a teaspoon there. These are a little bit crisp on the outside. Not a lot. They don't really spread neither, so keep that in mind when you do your little mounds, if you make them for the grandkids or whatever, or your own kids. Like I said, they don't spread. They don't go flat like a lot of the cookies we have here in the UK. So they're like half, like, they're really moist and cakey in the middle. And a little bit of crisp on the outside. They're nice. But different to what we have in the UK. UK's tend to be quite crunchy. Steve doesn't like soft cookies. He likes the crispy ones. He likes hobnob biscuits and stuff like that. He doesn't like these soft cookies. So I'll put a cup of the white stuff in. And a cup of the semi-sweet stuff, which is dark chocolate to us over here, guys. Look, size of them chunks. That's what made it all like liquidy chocolate on the inside. I mean, I like these type of cookies, so do the kids, but yeah. Steve moaned straight away. I knew he would. I guess you like what you like, don't you? The guys over in Members saw this yesterday. Like I say, it's the first time I've done that. Unedited. So they heard me with all my nonsense. Nothing was cut out. It was uploaded straight away. So, yeah, it was quite a novel thing, actually, to not have to go through Steve to be edited and whatnot. I put all the times, cooking times and everything. There's no point in me saying it on here when you can just pick the recipe up underneath, so I'll just keep waffling. By this point, I was getting worn out. I think I was saying something like, "Mixer, wherefore art thou, mixer?" Look how thick it is, man. To tell you the truth, I just wanted to stick a spoon in it, but I behaved. I made some ice cream as well yesterday, but I didn't record that because I figured I can't stick it on every day in the life of my kitchen because you're going to get fed up of seeing it. So I put 6 per pan. Mine, anybody else have this problem? Every single one of my ice cream scoops are garbage. And I bought loads of them. They're all garbage. Look, I always have to stick my blooming finger in. Yes, I'm Mardy. Just give me a decent blooming cookie spoon. Oh dear. That's how they came out. You notice one's already gone off there, look. Gotta try them when they're hot. So yeah, they stay thick. Right, so I'm doing the prep for tea. I cannot remember who wanted to see this meal with the steak and the fig gravy. I can't for the life of me remember. Hopefully she watches it anyway. So I'm cutting some tenderstem. And this is so easy. I was really looking forward to this meal. So do me tenderstem. Right, chestnut mushrooms as well. So I'm doing 250 grams. And all I'm going to do is wipe them. Never wash your mushrooms. You're not supposed to. Wipe them. And all I'm doing is chopping them in half. Carrots I'm going to cut quite small into batons because I want them to cook with everything else, so it's all cooked at the same time in the oven because everything goes onto the same baking sheet. So you also want 4 thin, like chipolata sized sausages that you really enjoy, and you're just going to roll them into balls like little stuffing balls. And then you can pop them aside. So there we are, look, this is all going onto a tray now and into the oven. On them potatoes I squeezed 2 cloves of garlic to flavour the potatoes. You've noticed the softer things like the mushrooms and the tenderstem are still in the dish. These things need to cook first, so I've put them into the oven. All I'm doing is putting some thyme on top. You don't have to add that. To the right I've got a small onion diced, about half a tablespoon of cornflour, and I've got 170 mils of chicken stock and about 25 grams of fig relish in this jug here, and that's going to be for your gravy. Again, I'll put everything down below. So they've been in the oven for a bit, it's starting to soften. So now I'm going to add in the rest. Tenderstem or regular broccoli will burn quite quickly. So cook it, and then when you noticed it starting to tinge, all I did was took a little piece of foil and put it over the carrots. I think it was the carrots, over the tenderstem anyway, to stop it from burning, and that did the job nicely. Those cute little sausage balls up there, yummy. There's no hard work with this, as you can see. If you prep everything, it's all done for you, ready to go. This, as always, this is garlic oil in my little pan gifted from my mother-in-law. Bless her little heart. Look at that pan. I've got that little bit of onion. I think that's 1/3 cup measurement. For anyone in the States, I didn't put them in there on purpose for the measurements. It was just closest to hand, so I slung it in there. So all I'm going to do, I'm going to cook these on low for 10 minutes to really soften them. Just showing you that's a bit of cornflour, and there's not much stock, look. There's a stock with the fig relish inside already. I'm getting quite the assortment of little pans. This is perfect to do the gravy just for me and Steve. And I've got two. Steve, I think it was last week, found 2 rump steaks. I was going to put them over there, but I could feel how warm it was, so I didn't bother. It says the 10th, but they have been frozen, guys. He found 2 rump steaks on offer, so he grabbed them because he knew I wanted to make this. And they were divine. This is me who doesn't eat steak. And I think it made such a difference. Maybe it's a mental thing. Do you know what I mean? When you cook some in different types of pans. Maybe it's just a mental thing. But I think that the food tasted different in these pans. These cast iron pans. So I've turned this down now to the lowest heat. And I'm just going to leave it to do its own thing. Look how dinky it is, man. That's so cute. So in goes the cornflour. You can see it's not much. Making sure I get it all. I love those cups. I've got the metal ones as well. But I do tend to use these more often. Don't panic yourself. I haven't done it the wrong way round. It's fine. There's me chucking it about, look. So that's the stock. Please try to find a stock that is. You can see them lumps. That's fig. So make sure you get a nice fig relish. I got mine from Amazon. Anyway, like I was saying, use a low sodium stock. And that is going to thicken up beautifully. And you do want it to be thick. So I have turned the heat back up again. Because once it gets to the consistency that I want, I am going to turn it off. Because I'm not quite ready for it yet. I just like to get prepared. Heating my plates up at the back of the oven. As you can see, there's no little bits of cornflour floating about, so you didn't have to worry about that. Right, you can just see it's starting now to thicken. As it thickens, it'll get darker. And now you can see it's starting to really thicken up now. I am going to turn it off in a sec. And all I'll do is put that heat back on. Just before I start to dish up. Yeah, I'm just checking it. I always like to check it with a spoon. There we go, heat out. So, the steaks are going into my other pan. Your steak will be completely different to mine in size and texture, in whatever. So cook it to how you like it. These were medium. dishing up. So I'm just slicing the beef, which looks overcooked, but it is not. It was gorgeous. And I'm going to trim off the fat around the outside of it. My dog was so happy yesterday. Really, these knives are excellent. Absolutely brilliant. That's just the fat you got on the outside of the rump. You can see that's just medium in there, look. Beautifully cooked, if I say so myself. The dog's waiting. Oh, bless her little heart. And she's had an haircut, so she's looking glam. So, slicing mine now. Mine is a bit more cooked than Steve's was. I don't like mooing. I don't want to see it wriggling on my plate. But mine was not chewy at all. I'm not a big fan of steak, but I did enjoy this. Dog always knows. She knows there's some food coming her way. We look at them knives straight through. So there's the sausage balls. The carrots. And like I say, once the tender stem was cooked, because it does cook quite quick, I did cover it with some foil so it didn't burn. Mushrooms. They had a nice little bite to them because I only cut them in half. Look how thick that is. Oh, num num num. That's what you want with the onions in and the fig relish. It should be nice and glossy. So there you have it with my shaky camera skills. That was rump steak with roasted vegetables and fig and jam. Fig and jam? Fig relish and onion gravy. Yum yum. Thank you so much for watching, guys, especially if you got this far. Such an easy meal to make, and it's so nice too. Give it a try, let me know if you try it, and I will see you again next time. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, guys.